Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jake Reviews, and this is another video of the Honest Awards of 2019. And this video is all about muscle cars and hatchbacks. So first up, let's go. Let's get into the hatchbacks category. We've had 3 this year, which is incredible. 2 are performance ones, which I know you can't really compare it to the other one, but still, they're still a hatchback. They're still amazing cars, so I am gonna compare them against each other. First up, we have the 2018 Honda Type R. That is a very fantastic car for what it is. I love the way it drives. I love the way the older modifications he did it. If you don't remember, this wasn't just some stock Honda Type R that Honda gave me. This was by a really cool guy named David, who I'm really good friends with now, and he teamed up with Acuity, and they got all the really cool parts on it, like the short shifter, the tune, aftermarket wheels, all kinds of crazy, which made the car incredible to drive. And I'll say it right now, I love that short shifter. As soon as I get a manual car, whether it's a Honda, whatever, I'm getting that short shifter and I'm plugging it into whatever I get, because it just makes manualing so much more easy and so much more efficient when you're on a track. But in terms of the way the car drives, I'll admit, I do like the car. It's just not what I was expecting. It's a great car. It's just, it has some problems. The exhaust is not even great. It's a glorious engine, but the stock exhaust is terrible. I mean, it's like a stock base Civic exhaust. I'm like, come on, Honda. This is the Type R. The performance on. You want noise. This is the fanboy one. Put some freaking noise on it. I mean, seriously? Other brands do this. Why can't you do this? I'm just frustrated that they did that. But in terms of the interior, I love that interior. The red, the black, all the way they did it. I love how it's a digital display where when you change the modes, all the lights change from white to red. I love those features. In terms of drive, it's very fast car and it's very good handling. It's a Honda Type R. Hello, it should be good. But the main problem I have with this car, it's not a good mixture of fun and still being a daily driver. It's both. It's either or with this car. When you're not going too fast, it's your typical Honda Civic. Doesn't feel any special, just a regular Honda Civic. Now, if you like that kind of thing, great. But when I'm driving a Honda Civic, or when I'm driving like performance, I want some fun all the time. Not just going when I'm really getting on it, trying to make sure I'm staying out of trouble. You know what I mean? But luckily, when you do take some risks, it does get a lot more fun, but a little too much. It's very, very rough. It turns in, when you start going really fast, the car acts like a race car. It really feels very rough and raw feeling, which I do like if it was a 100% race car, if I was only using this for a track, but you're not. This is a car you can drive. It's a street car. You can drive on the road and the track or whatever. So I really would like Honda to really refresh the Type R or the next one, wherever they do, and really make it more balanced, because it's either or with this car, not both. I just really didn't like that. But I do love the car. I love the way it looks. I love the transmission. Everything else besides that, it's a great car. Next up, the 2009 Yaris. Toyota Yaris. I love that car. It is such a I know it's not that great looking. It's an X-Shake, but it's a good car, and I love it. I love them. This was my first, I would say, modified car. It was introduction of the new modified reviews, which you guys really like, and I love what the owner did to this car. He, to me, was I would say kind of like a girly car. A car you would give to like a girl who's not really into cars at all. It's like, hey, here's this. It was cheap. It's reliable. Deal with it. It's kind of like that. Whereas what he did with it is he made it good looking. He made it manly. He made it his own. He made it unique, and that's what I love about this car. Well, not just this car, just his specific one. It's just amazing. I love the headlights he did. Love that lightweight shifter. That's very fun. Love the all the exhaust and everything. He made this car from a boring, plain Jane car into a really fun, enjoyable hatchback. And that's what I'm glad. That's what the Yaris should be. It's an incredible car, and I'm glad he brought that, made it look more of the car that it needs to be. And I'm glad he did it. But now on to one of my favorite cars I've ever driven is the new 2019 Veloster N. I will tell you this right now. This car completely blew me away on every single level. I couldn't believe what Hyundai did with this. Well, not just Hyundai, Albert Beamer did with this. I have driven the old 325i, which is another one of my favorite cars, and that car was amazing the way it drove. It may be old, but I could feel that this was something special, that someone who designed, the person that designed this, had loved cars and wanted to make it fun and embrace that. This car shares that same passion. I could feel it when I was driving the car, that this car was designed by someone who loves to drive. I just can't, and I'm just so amazed by it. Everything I look for, me personally, when I look for a car, is in this car. It may have some flaws, but it's perfect. I absolutely love this car. It is one of the best cars has ever been made, and on the market right now. I just can't believe Hyundai had the balls to create something this amazing, and I'm glad they did. They needed this. Hyundai needed it, because lately, last couple of years, they haven't been doing well with sales because other brands have been doing better, and I'm so glad they have been giving the finger to everyone and say, hey Honda, hey everyone, hey electric car, this is how you make a car. This is how you do it. This is how you make something fun. And I'm just so happy for them. I love this car, and I'm so excited to see what they do with the N brand. And I'm so excited to see more cars coming from Albert Beamer. It's just such an amazing. So that's why this year's 2019 Best Hatchback of the Year goes to the Veloster N. I absolutely love every single thing about this car. I do have some complaints. There are some things I could change. Like, I really like how the Type R has the change in light when you change the mode. I would like them to add something like that to the Veloster M, but that's besides that. It sounds amazing. The transmission is perfect. It has lots of features to help you if you're still getting used to manual. And you can't beat the price. I mean, for $28,000, you get a 10-year warranty, on the drivetrain, a bunch of other things. You get a wonderful car to drive, fun to drive, and it's good on gas mileage. I mean, where else can you find that? Have different modes. There's just so much I love about this car. And one thing that this car does perfectly that the Honda Civic Type R just couldn't do was it combines both worlds of street driving, of everyday driving, and high fun weekend driving. It combines them. They did a perfect job combining them. Because when I want a daily driver, I don't want some boring Corolla. Yes, I love my Corolla, but I want something more fun. Something that gets me. This car gets me. It gets what I want. It gets the way I love to drive. And it loves to drive too. That's why I love this car. It's just hard to bring this to you over a video. So if you're out there thinking about getting one, please go out and drive one. I guarantee you will buy one because of it. It's that great of a car. Alright, next up, muscle cars. Oh boy, and this was a fun category to do. I had so much fun with each of them, because each of them were owned by a really cool owner. First up, the 2013 Z01. I love this car so much. It's stupid fun. It's stupid. The supercharger's a stupid gimmick. I don't care. It's an amazing. I love it. It's stupid. I love it. It's just, I don't know. It's once you go supercharger, you don't go back. And Chevy needed this. Chevy needed this kind of a car to really bring home the Camaro, to tip the crown of what a great car this generation is. If you guys don't remember, this was the first time Chevy has introduced this generation of Camaros since the early 2000s, and to top off what a great car it is, they needed a fantastic trim to finish up what a great car it was, and the Z01 it just is that. It's not only 580 horsepower. I think it was, yeah, 580 horsepower V8. You get a supercharger. You get lots of cool trim. It's really good for the value. I think it's like 30 grand, which is really good. You get tons of beautiful colors. And unlike other muscle cars, this thing doesn't drive like a boat. This thing drives like kind of like how a sport car should. It's a track car. You can corner and have some fun with it. Which is something I can't say with other muscle cars. Cuff, Challenger, cuff, Charger. But those cars are amazing on their own. But I love this car. I know the supercharger is a gimmick, and I know it's like, well, I would just put a supercharger on the Corvette and you like it too, and Hellcat, yada yada. Well, I would love it too, because that's how much amazing supercharger is. If you've never driven a car with a supercharger, go drive one. I guarantee you will feel the same way, because that's just what a supercharger does. It's just like an extra fun button. It's such amazing. And that's why I love this car so much. It does have some cons. It doesn't get the best gas mileage, but for what it is, it actually gets pretty decent. I think it gets like 14, 15, which, that wasn't too bad. Me and the Orange took a trip downtown to Atlanta, and we rode in the Z01, and it did perfectly fine. I think we went through like about a quarter of a tank, which is not bad. Not bad. We're going through, and we were in rush hour Atlanta, stop and go traffic, and it was perfectly fine. And because it was in manual, we had our fun, and we can have some fun with doing drag strip and all kinds of stuff. It's what I love about the Z01. It's truly a special car, and I can't wait to drive the new one. It's truly, if you're a muscle car fan at all, and if you don't like Mustangs, please go give one a try. You won't be disappointed. Next up, Zoo Outlaws SS 2018 SS1LE. I enjoy this car. This may not be as fun as the Z01 without the supercharger, but this, to me, in my opinion, is the best Camaro you can buy right now, modern-wise. Yes, there's like the old 1968 and the others. You can argue which one's better, yada yada. But in terms of new, like modern, if you want to buy a pretty new one, get this one. The 2019 looks do look pretty good, but you can't beat that 2018 look. You can't beat it. It's such a gorgeous looking car without driving too much from being for what it is. It's a muscle car. Don't make it look like a sport car. It's a muscle car. Make it look like a muscle car. And that's exactly what they did. The interior was I did love the interior. I love the way they did with it. But a tiny bit too much high non-muscle car feel. But I get what they were doing. I really like what they did. So I'm not going to count too many points off for that. But I love what the 1LE package gives you. It gives you just such a more aggressive car. And to me, if you're going to buy any Camaro, make sure it's a 1LE. And if you don't want a V8, that's fine. Get an RS 1LE. They make them. All a 1LE is, it's a manual appearance package. And that's what you get. Pretty much, it turns a Camaro into a track car. So if you want don't want a Z01, but you want just a track Camaro, get a 1LE, whatever. If you want true track Camaro, get a 1LE anything. RS, SS, VS, whatever they call them, get whatever you want. But if you really want to go full throttle, you want the best track muscle Camaro, get the Z01 1LE. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Alright, next up, the two speedboats. First up, we have the Scat Pack. the 2018 Dodge Charger Scat Pack. I like the car, but it has lots of problems. One, it's a boat. The thing's slow. It's so much weight, which I don't really mind. I'm glad they went back to the old retro muscle car, because that's kind of what they were. But since I've driven a Camaro where it's not like that, you really see why people don't really like the boat feeling. And another reason why I don't like the Scat Pack is the gas mileage. It's terrible. You can't daily drive this thing at all. I know the Scat Pack is meant for drag racing, but this has 4 doors. This is meant to be a daily driver. You can't really daily drive it when you have to pay, when you have a 9 mpg of gas. I mean, that's terrible. What Chrysler needs to do for next, or FCA, needs to do for the next Charger is put like a hybrid system. I know, sacrilegious, no, but hear me out. Either a hybrid system or something to do with the new Ram has like a little electric thing that gives better gas mileage. Just something like that. That way we can enjoy the bigger engine, have our fun, and not have to, not have fun with it. Because the way this car is made, you can't drive the car the way you want to with the way this engine. Otherwise, you get really bad gas mileage. But if you really want to have fun and still have good gas mileage, I recommend the RT. It's a step down from the Scat Pack, but it's the same car, same chassis, same everything. But instead of the 6.4 V8, you get the 5.7 Hemi, which, in my opinion, is one of the best muscle V8s you can buy. It is such an amazing engine. The noise, the fun, it's what I love about muscle cars. It has that big, loud V8. It's obnoxious, but I love it. It's a V8, for God's sake. I'm glad Chrysler made it obnoxious. What it's supposed to be. And you get good gas mileage, and it's a sedan with 4 doors, so you can have your 4 kids, and you can have a car seat, which I don't know if you can fit one. Maybe, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But still, it's a great car. So, this year's best 2019 best honest muscle car of the year goes to the 2013 ZL1. I'm sorry, this is my favorite muscle car I've ever driven. I'll probably like the new one better when I do it, but compared to the ZL1 to the SS and the others, it's a no-brainer. That supercharger, it just gives you that extra bit of fun that other muscle cars just can't do. And that's why all the other muscle cars you can buy, they have a supercharger option. You want a Mustang? Get a Shelby. You get a supercharger. You want a Charger or Challenger? You know what you want to buy. You get the Hellcat. Most people want the Hellcat. And with the Camaro, you get the ZL1. It's a no-brainer. But I understand if you can't afford it. So the second runner-up to the best honest muscle car of the year goes to Zoo Outlaws' SS108. Like I said before, if you can't afford a ZL1, get the SS108. It's not just as good as the ZL1, but it comes so close. It's kind of looking at it as a graph. The SS108 is about, I would say, a 0.2 inches off away from the ZL1 in terms of fun scale. So really, if you can't afford a ZL1, get an SS108. You'll thank me. But if you do want the best, the most fun Camaro, get the ZL1. No brainer. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the hatchbacks and muscle car categories. I hope the owners are watching. Thank you so much for letting me drive your cars again. I had a ball driving them all. And I'm looking forward to driving more hatchbacks and muscle cars next video. Now, I think the next video will be SUVs. And I hope you guys enjoyed that video. No? Alright guys, see you guys later.